Hey, Mandy. I hope you're doing well. I wanted to ask you, do you think you could lend me a little money?
Oh no, not again. What do you need it for this time?
Oh, you know me, sis. I kind of lost the last of my money at the horse races earlier today. So here's my situation. I'm completely penniless, but I also really want to go to the gentleman's club to see my favorite girl. So what do you say, Mandy? Could I ask you to help me out a bit?
I don't know what's more shocking, the fact that you want to use my money at a gentleman's club or the fact that you're being so honest about it. How can you just throw that out so casually?
Sorry, but I'm in a bit of a bind. I really need to go today. My favorite girl, Missy, it's her birthday today. I went to the races earlier to try and make enough money to buy her a present, but, well, you can't win them all, huh?
Uh-huh. And exactly what sort of present were you going to buy for her?
A horse.
A horse?
Yeah, Missy's got this really cute tattoo of a horse on her shoulder. When I asked her about it a while back, she said she's always wanted to have one of her own. I've been thinking about buying her one as a present ever since.
And you decided to try and make the money to buy one at the horse races?
Yep, it felt like it would be cooler that way, right? Buying a horse with winnings from horse races. It would make a great story.
Yeah, a great story. Hey, you know what would make an even greater story? You settling down and getting a stable job. I mean, come on, Taylor. You graduated at the top of your class from a prestigious university.
Yeah, and I'm really grateful for the experience I had there. But you see, there's more to life than money and status. I want to live my life on my own terms, not tied down by anything or anyone else.
And in the process of not tying yourself down to anything, you cause nothing but trouble for people around you, like me. Thanks to you, I can't do any of the things with my life that I want to do.
Is that right? Okay, let's talk about that. What is it that you want to do with your life, Mandy? Please tell me. If there's anything I can do to help make it happen, I will.
I want to keep my own money for myself. I don't want to have to keep giving you and our parents all my money.
I don't know. Don't you think you should set a more realistic goal? I just don't see that happening.
How can you say that when you're the one who keeps asking me for money?
Oh, so you don't want to lend me money. Okay, well, if that's the case, why don't you just try saying no when I ask you?
You know that I have a hard time turning people down. It's just part of my personality. You've been using that self-destructive generosity to suck me dry for years.
Wow, Mandy, I'm really sorry that you feel that way. I hope you know that I never had any intentions of sucking you dry or using you.
And yet you keep on doing it over and over and over again for years. What is wrong with you? Why do our parents like you over me? Are you casting some kind of magic spell on them?
Oh, Mandy, you're such a jokester. You know there's no such thing as magic. But if I had to wager a guess, I'd say a large reason why our parents like me more than you has to do with my academic record, honestly. That, and I have a really positive, likable personality.
Your likable, positive personality is basically like putting a chocolate coating over a dog turd. Yeah, the outside looks and tastes nice, but once you bite in even just a little bit, it's all crap. You even had a good job, too. If you had stayed in it, you'd be making tons of money now. And most importantly, you wouldn't have to borrow anything from me.
Yeah, that job. It's like I said, Mandy, I want to live life on my own terms. I worked there for a while and realized that it's just not for me and quit. The carpet in the offices didn't match the furniture at all. It was really distracting.
We'll skip over the fact that you just gave quite possibly the worst reason possible for quitting a job paying $200,000 a year. If you didn't like that, get out of there and find one you do like. Are you really planning on borrowing money from me all your life?
Nah, it's not going to be for the rest of my life. I'm a man of my word, Mandy. I will definitely pay you back one day.
Oh yeah, let me guess. You'll pay me back once you hit it big at the horse races, right? That does it, Taylor. I am done. I will never lend you another cent.
Really? Why not?
I just told you why not. I'm not a money tree. I have bills to pay. I need to eat. If you want to get your precious Missy a present, fine. Go get a job and pay for it yourself.
Oh, well, I'm sorry that you feel that way, but I accept your decision. After all, it is your money. But that still leaves me with a problem of making enough money to buy Missy a horse before the club closes. I guess I'll just have to figure something out by myself. Sorry to bother you, Mandy. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
That's it? All I had to do was say no and you would leave me alone? Well, I guess if nothing else, at least you really are a man of your word. Hey, what are you doing up there in your room sleeping? If you're going to come to my house and enjoy my hospitality, then you need to pull your own weight. Get down here and help me with the housework. What housework? I already did everything on the list you gave me when I got here. Then you should have immediately come to me for more housework. It's not like this entire house is free of dust and dirt. Even if I wasn't around, you should have gone and looked for something else to clean up or organize. You certainly shouldn't be upstairs taking a nap. Seriously, what is going on with this family? Do I need to remind you that you are the one who invited me to come here today? I'm spending my precious days off visiting you and Dad. I think I deserve to take a little nap when I feel like it. I didn't raise you to have such an insolent tongue, and excuse me for wanting to see my own daughter. Is this the thanks I get for inviting you in and feeding you today? You haven't fed me yet. You told me to go to the convenience store if I was hungry. Then I came back and you and Dad were eating steaks by yourselves. There you go again, talking back to me. Why can't you be more like your brother? He's always so sweet and pleasant to talk to. That poor boy, he doesn't deserve to get stuck with a terrible sister like you. Sweet and pleasant? Who are we talking about now? The Taylor I know is a complete dirtbag. Right on schedule. I simply point out the fact that Taylor is superior to you in virtually every way, and you immediately try to take him down. You really should do something about that horrific personality of yours. You know what your father always says about you? He says that you're the single greatest disappointment of his life. What kind of father says that about his own daughter? Well, the kind of father who values honesty. If you want proof that you're a resounding disappointment, then look no further than your behavior today. You're up there napping while I'm down here working. You're washing dishes from the steak lunch that you and Dad ate without me. I think taking a nap isn't quite as big of a disappointment as being unemployed and deep in debt like your other child. Let's see, now you're lazy, jealous, and a liar. How many more negative character traits will you put on display today, Oh, but I missed one, didn't I? You're also completely shameless about what a failure you are. I'm not lying, and besides, I'm sending you guys money every month like you asked, right? Oh, yes, how generous of you to send us $40 whole a month. What the, 40? No, I'm sending you $4,000 a month. No, that money is from Taylor. Now you're trying to take credit for his generosity? Just when I thought I couldn't be any more disappointed in you. What else do you want me to say? It's the truth. You told me that if I wanted you to respect me, that I had to send you $4,000 a month, and I've been doing it. You really are dense, aren't you? I was trying to tell you that I would never respect you because you could never afford to send us that much. Taylor, on the other hand, graduated from a prestigious university and works for a world-class company. He could send us $4,000 a month and it wouldn't even make a dent in his finances. What do I have to do to get through to you? You can start by taking a page out of your brother's book. He sends us $4,000 a month, you send us $40,000. He respects us 100 times more than you do, so I respect you 100th as much as I respect him. Well, maybe I'll just have to stop sending that money. Be my guest. We can live without your pitiful $40 a month. Okay, then it's settled. I am never going to send you any money ever again. And don't come crying to me when you realize all too late that I was telling the truth. Oh, I'm shaking in my boots. Anyway, if you're not going to help me with the housework, then get out of my house. And you know what? Until you apologize for being so disrespectful to me, you are never allowed to come here again. Sounds great to me. Never contact me again under any circumstances. You don't need to tell me twice. Mandy, you have some explaining to do. Are you stealing the money that Taylor was supposed to send us this month? What part of under any circumstances didn't you understand? I wouldn't have to contact you if you weren't stealing my money. All we got this month was $40. What happened to the $4,000? I told you what happened to it. I didn't send it. As for the $40, that was the money that Taylor gave you. But that doesn't make any sense. Taylor was the one sending us $4,000 every month. You only sent us $40. How many times do I have to tell you, Mom? You have it backwards. I'm the one who's been sending you $4,000 every month like you told me to. And to be quite honest, I'm shocked that Taylor even has the extra cash on him to send you $40 a month. I know that's what you said, but you were lying. You were lying, weren't you? No, I was telling the truth. Now that the $4,000 stopped just like I said it would you finally admit that I was telling the truth? But if that's true, what's going on with Taylor? Once again, I told you all of this. He's unemployed and neck-deep in gambling debt. That's why I said I was shocked he was sending you anything at all. I'm going to ask Taylor personally. I don't believe a single word you say. Be my guest. I'm pretty positive he'll admit the whole thing to you. He's a scumbag, but he's an honest scumbag. I'll be back shortly, and when I do, you are going to pay for lying to me. Hello, dear. How have you been lately?
Hey, Mom, it's great to hear from you. I'm doing just as well as always, thanks for asking.
That's my boy, always so cheerful and optimistic. So tell me, Taylor, how are things going for you at work?
I'm not working, so I guess I'd have to say that they're not going at all.
What?
I've been thinking that one of these days I may just need to look for a job, so I might get around to that in the next few months, or I might not get around to it at all.
Hold on, what do you mean you're not working? You graduated top of your class at university and got scouted by a huge company immediately.
Yeah, I did. One day I got to thinking that the corporate life really wasn't for me, though, so I stopped going. I figured they would have called you looking for me.
You mean you quit?
Nah, I never formally quit. I just stopped going.
What in the world were you thinking?
I was thinking that writing a resignation letter seemed like such a pain. Plus, I'd have to go talk to my boss about it, and I didn't want to do that. And I only have so much time on this planet, Mom. I want to use it well. I don't have time to waste filling out paperwork and talking to middle managers.
Are you really my Taylor? Are you some prankster who's stolen Taylor's phone?
Nope, it's the real me, Mom. I thought you would know that just by reading my texts.
Well, I suppose you do have Taylor's typical charm and chipper demeanor, but it still doesn't make any sense. The Taylor I know is hardworking and dependable.
I am hardworking and dependable, though. When I'm doing something I want to be doing, that is. That's the most important thing to me. Do I want to be doing what I'm doing? If not, then I don't.
I'm not sure I understand. You mean Mandy was telling the truth about you? You really are deep in debt?
No, I'm not in that deep. I'd say I have a manageable amount of debt. I could pay it back if I ever really felt like it.
Oh, really? Well, that's relieving, I suppose. So you don't have all that much outstanding debt, then?
Yeah, it's not much. Only around $200,000.
$200,000?
Yup, I could win that much and more in a single day with a good bet at the horse races, so yeah, I'll definitely pay it back someday. You don't need to be too worried about me.
Taylor, when did this happen to you? When did you become like this? I mean, you really are just an honest scumbag.
Ouch, that hurts, Mom. But hey, at least you appreciate my honesty.
Being honest doesn't make up for being a compulsive gambler. Taylor, your father and I had extremely high hopes for you. You did well in college, you went to work for a reputable company. You were our pride and joy. We brag about your success to our friends all the time.
Well, good news. All the things you said about me are still true. I did graduate top of my class, I did get hired by a reputable company, and I did achieve a high degree of success. You see, I can still be your pride and joy.
Let's leave this conversation for another day. You've been sending us money every month, haven't you?
Yep, first of the month every month. I put it in an envelope and left it in your mailbox. Did you get it? I figured $40 would at least be enough to buy you guys a nice steak dinner once in a while.
Well, yes, we're very grateful for it, but where did that money come from?
Oh, don't worry, I didn't steal it or anything. That all came from the money I borrowed.
How can you tell me not to worry about something like this?
I just wanted to make sure you knew that all the money I gave you was money I borrowed, fair and square. It's all on the up and up. You don't need to thank me, by the way. I'm happy to give you guys a little something to say thank you for raising me to be the man I am today.
I think I'll need to have a little discussion with your father about how we're going to handle this.
Oh, it's like I said, you don't need to thank me. I'm glad to send you that money.
That wasn't what I meant. But this conversation is over now. We'll talk later.
All right, I look forward to it. Thanks for messaging me, Mom. Have a nice day.
Mandy, how long has Tyler been like this? For as long as I can remember, really. You guys were just always too oblivious to notice. I tried to tell you so many times, but you never believed me. It's just that, well, he has such good manners. He's polite, courteous, says please and thank you, and he got very good grades in school. I always just assumed he was an upstanding person. Well, I don't know. I guess I wouldn't say he's a bad guy. He's just a scumbag. I came up with a metaphor on the fly the other day that I think really fits. He's like a turd coated in chocolate. That's quite a vivid metaphor, but not entirely inaccurate. Well, anyway, I'm so glad we could come to an understanding. We came to an understanding? Sure, we had no idea how Taylor really was all this time. And at the same time, we had some pretty large misconceptions about you, too. I think this is the perfect opportunity for us to start over. We can go back to having a healthy mother and daughter relationship. Oh, I get it. This is about you wanting me to send you money every month again, isn't it? Well, too bad. It's not going to happen. But why not? It's not our fault we had the wrong idea. We're just as much victims as you are. Taylor tricked us. No, he didn't. He never lied to you or me, not even once. He really is just living his life on his own terms. The problem was that you and Dad were so committed to the idea that Taylor was a perfect son, and you closed your eyes to reality. And you never believed me when I told you the truth. But you never went to university. And you always have that snotty, smart-alecky way of speaking to us. Who in their right mind would trust you over Taylor? That's what you get for only looking at the surfaces and assuming what lies underneath. You know what they say about what happens when you assume, right? And I still haven't forgotten all of the terrible things you've said to me over the years. I'm sorry, Mandy, for everything. I take it all back. You are way too late for that. I already regret sending you as much money as I already did. And that reminds me, how did you afford to send us that much in the first place? Because I started my own business after high school. Even still, $4,000 a month was pretty tough. Regardless of what had happened between us, you were still my parents. I thought this was my chance for you to finally accept me as your daughter. And boy, was I an idiot for that. You always were such a kind-hearted girl. I'm terribly sorry it took me this long to realize how good you were to us. Yeah, it's really too bad, but the damage is already done. I told you I never wanted you to contact me again, and I meant it. This is goodbye. Wait! We need that money! We can't get by without it! Sure you can. You might just have to eat a little less steak. You should be able to get by on Dad's salary. He doesn't have a salary anymore. Oh no, don't tell me. Since Taylor was sending us $4,000, he thought he didn't need to work anymore. Or rather, you were sending us the money, rather. And so a few months ago, he resigned from his job. Oh, I see. So that's where Taylor got his personality from. Also, he's been going out to play golf quite a bit lately. He's spent an awful lot of our savings on golf clubs. Granted, I'm not sure where he keeps them because I've never seen his clubs. My goodness, that is an interesting situation. Sounds like something you should work out together. It doesn't concern me at all, so I'm gonna go now. Don't be like that. We need your help. Don't you care about what happens to us? No, I don't, actually. All my love and respect for you has completely dried up. You're nothing to me anymore. I'm the only sane person in this entire frickin' family. I won't let you just abandon me like this. No matter where you try to run to, I swear I'll find you. And when I do, I'll force you to start sending us money again. Wow, did you just threaten to extort money from your own daughter? Jeez, just when I thought I couldn't be any more disappointed in you.
Hey, Mandy, I just found out something interesting and thought you'd like to know. I went to the gentleman's club to see Missy today, and you'll never guess who I saw there. It was our dad!
What? Dad was going to the same strip club as you?
Gentleman's club, Mandy, gentleman's club. Anyway, as soon as I walked in, I saw Dad talking to one of the club's employees and seemingly apologizing for something. So I went up to him and said, "Hey, Dad!" But he ran out of the store as soon as he saw me.
You saw your own father in the strip club and yet you just said, "Hey" to him like you met up in the store or something? I'm not surprised he ran away.
When I asked Missy what was going on, she said that Dad has a huge tab built up at the club, but hasn't made any payments in months. He was apologizing in the hope they wouldn't send his bill to a collections agency. The employee just told him, "I'm sorry, but this is club policy. Apologizing won't do you any good."
Why am I just now finding out how alike you and Dad are?
Oh, by the way, I also got a message from Mom the other day. She told me that she hates me and never wants to speak to me again. I thought that seemed pretty harsh. What happened to her?
A lot. We'll just leave it at that. It's partially my fault and partially your fault. Well, actually, mostly your fault.
Oh, really? I'm not sure what the deal is, but she told me not to contact her, so I'll do as she says. I wouldn't want to disappoint her after all. I bet she'll calm down once a bit of time has passed.
We'll see about that. So what are you going to do for money from now on? I'm not going to lend you anymore, and I expect you to pay back what I've lent you so far.
Don't worry, Mandy. I'll pay it back plus interest. I've got a detailed record of all the money I owe you in a spreadsheet on my computer. I'm at the racetrack right now, and there's a new horse that's running in its first ever race today. I saw a picture of it, and it kind of reminded me of you.
Are you telling me I look like a horse?
Yeah, kinda. So I decided to bet every single penny I have on it. If I win, I'll be able to pay you back as soon as this evening.
And if you lose, what will you do then?
I'll figure something out if that happens.
So you're not concerned about losing everything?
If I were afraid of losing, I wouldn't be a gambler.
Uh-huh. Well, good luck. Anyway, win or lose, you still have to pay me back. Got it?
Of course, I was always intending to. Oh, sorry, Mandy, I gotta go. The race is starting. Hey, Mandy, great news. I just won $400,000. Are you at home right now? I can bring you the cash tonight if you want.
You won $400,000?
Yep, that horse that looks like you was a great bet. I remember what you said about not wanting to lend me any more money, and I'll honor your wishes. I'll pay you back what I owe and never borrow from you again.
Okay, cool. Well, this is kind of unexpected.
I told you, didn't I? I'm a man of my word.
He did it. The absolute madman did it. He paid me and all his other creditors back with that $400,000. Then he used the rest of the money to buy a horse for Missy. She was confused, to say the least, when he pulled up outside the strip club, gentleman's club, with a horse trailer. But he was prouder of himself than he's ever been to follow through for her like that. As for my mom, she divorced my dad as soon as she found out he had spent all their money at the gentleman's club. She's working part-time and living in a cheap apartment. She must be having a hard time of things because she's been messaging both me and Taylor regularly. I thought she didn't want to speak with us again. I might answer her one of these days, but not today. I need her to understand how badly she screwed up before I do that. As for my dad, once the debt collectors got on his case, he left town and disappeared. Between my mom, dad, and brother, it really makes me wonder, how in the world did I turn out so normal?